Right, this is just another quick test stream before I go to bed. I've set up my Restream connection again and it seems to be working okay. I'm feeding to Twitch and I'm feeding to YouTube okay. Presumably the audio is coming through okay as well. I've got my scenes all set up and they all should be functioning properly. We'll just test those.
This is a Tactical Genius production. Welcome to Virtual Pool 4 Online.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Brain is gone.
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Well, here we are doing our test stream. Everything seems to be functioning okay. The feeds are going okay to Twitch and YouTube. We've got a 9-ball match in a tournament, that is, between LS3 and One Pocket Slim. I'll just tell him what I'm doing. And I hope the audio is coming through loud and clear. Obviously, pay no attention to what you're seeing at the bottom of the screen. That was all designed there for the match that we've just finished watching. And thanks for that, Slim. I just had to set it up again manually rather than trying to get it to do automatic connection. It wouldn't work, so I did it manually and we seem good to go. So anyway, we've got LS3 who has an extra money ball, which is the 8 ball, which again is very good for a player of LS3's level. But Slim has ball in hand, and he's going for 3 fouls. But unfortunately, he's hit that too hard and brought the yellow down table, and it's not difficult to kick the 1 ball. The jump is a bit dangerous because this could go off the table again at this distance. But that was well played by LS3. Now I'm going to also test the replay because I didn't actually touch the replay, so I don't know whether it still functions at all. I might have to fix it, although I've never really got the replay to work all that satisfactorily, but we'll test that in a second. We'll see if Clint's there.
Now remember, when things look bad, and it looks like you're not going to make it, then you got to get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean.
I just hope it's still working in the morning. But it looks very satisfactory at the moment. I've even got the chat colour changed so that it's white, so that it's actually a better contrast for me looking at it and trying to read it on my second monitor. I took a little bit of time to set that up as well. So we're still in the first rack. LS3 at the table, and the table at her mercy. If she can pot this 5 ball, she should be home and dry. Oh, that's not taking the line at all. Well, the chance may well have come and gone. Slim could cut this up table. It's a bit dodgy to try cutting it the side. Likewise for Slim, he's just got to make sure the cue ball stays in the table and not anywhere near behind the 7 ball, even though he would still be able to kick the 6 in, no problem. I don't think that'd be too easy. Oh, again, he's not picked a line either. Well, Slim's got no excuse because he's not in the black ball tournament and finding it a struggle to find the lines back on the 9 ball table, so he's no excuse. So LS3, well, she's going to have to probably draw into the table. What she doesn't scratch the side. Oh, she's not got there. She's not got through with the shot. Maybe scared about the scratch in the side pocket and chickened out on it. Now it's a 1 attempt at the bank. Oh no, she went for the cut. Well, I don't know whether that was on. And likewise for Slim, this is a pretty much dead set bank for him. Being a 1 pocket player, he should be able to nail this every time. That puts the pressure on him. But in it goes. Well, again, dead straight, so one of these nice firm stun draws to bring it back down the table. But he's really got to try and get as close to the side pocket as he can in terms of the draw distance. He doesn't want to leave himself way too high. And that's perfect. That is perfect control. That's exactly how you want to play that shot. Nice and firm with the stun draw where you don't get the big zip. And it got to the exact spot he wanted to be. So finally, the first rack is over. I haven't even looked to see who's in this tournament. It might be just the two of these players playing in it. I don't know whether there's any other ones, but I won't be hanging around long enough to find out. I'm just doing this as a little test stream. The only thing I haven't tested tonight is, in fact, just give me a second. Yeah, I was just double checking there. I think I had I've already shut down Snaz, which is the little program that I use to do my stream time on the left hand side of the screen. But I do know that is working anyway. It starts and stops when I tell it to, so I've no worries there. It functions. It's just that when I couldn't get this working earlier on, I shut Snaz down anyway, because I can't use that in Gamecaster. So everything's looking good. I'm happy with that. So once again, LS3 has a simple enough shot. Just roll the 8 in and roll through for a good line for the 9 into the side pocket. Simple enough, nothing fancy. In fact, she doesn't need to do it because straight away I've immediately forgotten about the 8 ball money ball. Well, there's a ball going in, and clearly this is an alternate break tournament. I wasn't aware of that. I've now found that out. Have you got this streaming in the background, Slim? Is the audio clear? Is it echoey? The commentary, that is, because that was a bit of an issue in the previous one. Clear as a bell. That's good to hear. Thanks for that. That's the way it should be. Yeah, I'm talking away. I'm testing it. I'm testing all the functionality that it's working for. In fact, I'm going to do a quick test in the replay. So I need a good shot to do a replay on it. I might have to reinstall the replay. We'll try that in a second. It's the only thing I think I haven't tried. That'll do. We'll try that. Well, that's not it. I hit the wrong button. Right. Right, the replay isn't working. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tab out to broadcast it. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to have a look at fixing the replay. Hold on. Right, now I've reinstalled the replay, and I'm just going to try and see if it works. So again, we'll just wait in a shot. Something decent to have a quick look at it. So LS3 has got herself into a slender lead. Nice cut there by Slim. It goes at 100 mile an hour. I don't know why it does, but it worked. I don't think there's anything I can do to affect the pace of that. It just seems to go a bit weird, but anyway, it worked. At least you get to see it. And what I said earlier is I had put in an extra little file for Simanx. He'd wanted when I first used XSplit Broadcaster and set up my streams a while ago, maybe a couple of years ago, I'd set up different scenes. And I had Gunnery Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket on it. So I've got him set up, and it's just a nice little way to finish the evening.
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
So, 2 racks all. 2 ball goes in. No shot in the 1. Well, a bank in the 1, that is. But no direct pot. But again, this looks a good bank for Slim. Again, I would expect him to get this 9 out of 10, but he's decided he's not interested. But an easy escape for LS3, and if she hits this plum, she might get a bank herself. Maybe, let's have a look at the line. No, maybe not. Oh, this cue ball's running nice. That's running very nice. Well, that's turned out a good shot. But once again, it's an easy jump. In fact, this one might squeeze past the 9. It's a bit tight. I think it's a bit too tight. I wonder if Slim knows that he's got a pet name. I can't spell again with this keyboard. Oh yes. I wonder what mine is. Now, what's LS3 got herself to deal with here? Well, she can certainly see the 7, and she just got to cut it back slightly. There's a little gap, so a little slight cut back. She's just looking at the line to make the potting angle, and just got it too thick. But she's got second prize though, and that's going to allow Slim to use the rail and kick this 7 ball in. There's a good line past the 8 ball to be able to kick that 7 in. That was well done. Well, we're just coming up short of 10 PM. I won't be here much longer. And this is, well, Slim doesn't fancy this one either because he's too straight in the 8 to run it up the top pocket, so he's taking the more difficult shot to give him the nice line onto the 9 ball, and that was perfect. See, it's all about playing the right shot to make your life easier, and the right shot might be the tougher one, but that's what you have to do to be a better player. Once again, I think it's Dry Break City and LS3 comes to the table with no shot and only, well, a third of the 1 ball that she can hit. Looking to try and duck behind the 5 and 8, and it sneaked through the gap. Well, Slim might go through for the 2 into the side. I mean, he could stop the cue ball for the 2 up the table. No, he's come back for the 2 into the side so he can run up again for the good line on the 3. I see he's a tight one though. Very tight. And he's got it clean. The 5 ball, once he pots the 4, is Well, it's got barely half a pocket, but it will go in off the jaw. But he's going to have to just drop this in, I think. Is he going to try and do much with the cue ball? He could just drop this in and try and drop right in behind the 6-ball. I mean, it's not much room to manoeuvre, but he's trying to get it into play. And now he's between shots here. The one to play is into the top pocket because you're going to the left rail for the 7. And then it goes clean. Oh, it's LS3 that's at the table. I'm again looking at the chat and looking at my live stream just to see how it's holding up. It's LS3's left herself. Well, she hasn't, because once again I forgot with the handicap. She was on the 8-ball as the extra money ball. And we're back all square, 3 racks all. Well, Slim's pushed it to the rail too soon. He's half got away with it. This is a fairly straightforward kick in on the 3-ball, but LS3's not picked a line at all. That wasn't a difficult shot. And it gives Slim ball in hand. Try and get that cue ball out into the table. He's got to get the pace right though. And he's gone for the safe zone to widen up the angle that's available in the 4. He's got a good angle if he wants to try and come over behind that 9. I don't know whether he wants to try and drop behind the 5, play up table, but he could get around behind it. It depends how much risk you want to take though. So again, he's just simplified it by dropping in behind the 5. And he looks to be okay. I don't think he's going near the middle pocket. Yeah, he stunned it in. Gone a wee bit straight in the 6. He's got enough angle he can go forward though and get around and out. And a nice little dink up the rail. These are fairly straightforward enough for Slim to take the lead once again. So the break goes back to LS3. One ball goes in. Now, I think she's on the 2 and should be able to get across for that 3-ball. Now, these are all there. The cue ball is still spinning. So, I'm going to say it, and am I going to jinx her because they're all there for the taking. Absolutely no reason not to be able to get this rack out. There's plenty of room to get to every ball. Well, ideally she wants to get over as far as she can onto this 4 ball to make it simple to get on the 5. Now she wants to come off this 4 ball a little bit, try and get back up towards the middle pocket on the left hand side. See, she's just letting it roll. That means that she has to get right behind the 5 in it, and she's reasonably good. And anything but straight. And it's gone dead straight. And now that means there's work to be done. Now this line, if you had it plain ball and let it go to the rail, you're coming down the short side of the 8 ball. And there's a danger of the scratch in the corner. And she's okay. Played it dead weight, and that's perfect. Once again, a nice little angle in the 8. And, well, she could have done with holding that a wee bit. Oh no, she didn't need to, because again, it's her money ball. That's about the 4th time, I forgot that. That shows you I'm tired. But it is all square again in this race to 7. LS3 getting the 8 ball as their extra money ball. And One Pocket Slim's break is another dry one. And again, LS3 has half a shot, hindered over that 9 ball though. And if she manages to make the cut, she's going to try and have to get in behind that 5 ball. In the gap. And that'll do. A little nudge onto the 4. It does no harm. Well, she's doing her best to try and get into trouble. Partly hindered by the 9 ball again, but shouldn't be any problem. Just drop it in, cue ball out. Just make sure you don't chicken out. You got to get the cue ball out into the table here with this shot. And well, the 4 ball barely got to the pocket. Again, she's finished with a very slight angle in the 5. It will do fine. There's just enough to work with there. Oh dear, well that's a poor one, because again, she hasn't got control of the cue ball at all. And that's very loose. That's careless to be playing shots like that. She knows that. And that's a very good chance thrown away there by LS3. She's doing silly little things like that where she had to get a hold of the cue ball and she was fine. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. Well, this is on Slim's break, so the only good news for LS3, she's going to have a chance in the next rack to try and redeem herself if she can get a ball in a shot. Well, the mistakes are happening. Well, Spud Boy is in the room. I wonder if his opponent turned up. I never even thought to look. I presume it didn't. He didn't. That would have been dirty, so I presume it's a no-show and it's a forfeit. Let's have a quick look and see if that's the case. Spud Boy wouldn't be in the room otherwise, because the match will have long since timed out. Now, where were we? Yep, Dirties hasn't shown, and Spud Boy goes through, so that saved on me staying up to record that, to stream it, but I wasn't intended to do it anyway because I've got work in the morning. But there's the cue ball going. Well, it's landed nice for this little combo, but he's got to cut it away slightly just to get the 7 to hold the line. Again, played very nicely at a nice pace. So Spud Boy's got an easy route through there to the next round. Cue ball. Well, the mistakes are happening. LS3's getting all the help she needs to stay in touch with Slim. In fact, tell a lie, she's 5-4 up. Again, I don't even know the scores. I mean, I should have just quit and went to bed. I said I was going to do this in the morning and get this thing back up and running. But now that I've started watching this, I've got to see the end of it. And LS3 should be on the hill. Well, she will be, just the 8-ball. I remembered this time. And I don't think Slim's getting any luck with this break. I think he's had 3 or 4 dry breaks. And, or has he? Was that who the hell broke there? Oh, it was Slim that broke. Yeah, it was dry. I'm seeing things now. I'm just testing to see things are still functioning. Well, that's one way to get onto the 3-ball. Well, come on LS3, let's show us what you're made of. You've got another table that is all there for the taking, and you need to cut out these numpty shots. These silly, careless shots. That's how you become more consistent. You cut out that sort of stuff, and you end up running tables that you should have always been running in the first place. So just the 5, the 6, the 7, and the 8-ball for the match. And then it'll be good night from me, and good night from him, or Slim. So it's all about the pace when you play these shots. And again, it could have done with going up the table a wee bit more, but the line is good on this 7-ball. And it's 2 rails around the corner and down in the left hand side for this 8-ball. I mean, that's the shot. Pace is nice. And that will do. Well, it's gone a wee bit square, but there shouldn't be any problem here. So LS3 is through, and I don't know who she's playing, if she's playing anybody, but I won't be finding out because I am heading out, and that is it for the night. So the test stream has worked, thanks to Slim for joining just to check it out, and I will bid you good night, and I'll also let Gunnery Sergeant Hartman do the same.
Good night, ladies.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.